What's up, everyone? I'm with a really good friend, my boy Johnn Torres. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing good. We're doing a Truth, Love, Freedom podcast. If you had one message to tell the viewers before they click away, what would you tell the people?
And make sure family member, someone close to you going through mental health or overuse of drugs. Make sure you're there for them as much as possible. Sometimes it's better to cope with someone there by your side than trying to cope alone. Although that's how some people like to do it. Just check up on them once in a while.
You talked a lot about being blessed and cursed in the past, John. Do you feel like we're all a little bit of blessed and cursed within our lives?
Yeah, everyone receives their curses, their blessings. For me, my blessing is just to be here. I've had many close calls, so just a blessing to be here. Curse parts is like trauma and shit had to go through as a kid, but it's all a part of the process of making someone out to be who they really want to be.
Would you say it's easier to spread negativity or positivity in this world?
Definitely negativity, like we was talking about earlier. It's way easier to spread hate than love. Uh, if there's a saying that says if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. So it's like, why spread hate and negativity that's only gonna increase more hate around the world when you could just let it be as it is, or just spread love instead, make the world a happier place for everyone. Spreading hate and negativity only brings more negative energy.
I hear this quote before too. It says, "Misery loves company." Would you say people that are miserable, people who have negative outlooks on life, they try to drag other people down with them? And why is that? Why so?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Sometimes it may not be on purpose. Say if someone is miserable, but they have to do what they have to do to survive, and they go out stealing and shit. They're dragging that store down, but at the same time, it's survival of the fittest. You gotta do what you gotta do. But if you're dragging people down just because you're miserable, and that's your only reason, then I mean, that's not fair to everyone else. That's trying to make sure everyone else is good.
When it comes to being blessed and cursed, and when it comes to positivity and negativity, where does your mindset, how important is having the right mindset in this?
Mindset is like everything, man. If you have a bad mindset, you're gonna have bad outcomes. If you have a positive mindset, most likely you're gonna have positive outcomes. Like if you let the devil start trying to get to you and put all these negative thoughts in your head and all this, and you feed into the temptations and you give in and do those things that are on your mind, and it's gonna affect you negatively. Obviously, you do more positive, most likely get positive shit back.
How important is brotherhood, community, and family to you?
Family is like pretty much everything. Not a single human has done everything they have on their own. You need some type of assistance. You can't raise yourself. And they say it takes a village to raise a kid or whatever. So I mean, definitely have to have like a good community to support you and back you up when you need it.
Would you say there are people in this world, maybe the elites, people more powerful, richer than us, that they try to divide us?
Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely try to divide, separate, and turn people against each other so that they still keep that higher power, and all of us are at a lower standard.
When it comes to you making your music, what is the most important part of your music? Is it getting the message across? Is it the flow? Is it the lyrics? What is the most important part of your music and your art?
See, it started out more like just a hobby, but I mean, in my opinion, it was something that I could look back on and I could feel better because I could relate to it. So it's more so like an inspiration thing. Even if someone believes it's trash, maybe someone else will see it, listen to it, and take that as inspiration, motivation, or help them get through tough times and just run with it.
Through this journey of making music, have you ever thought about giving up?
Mm, Not necessarily giving up. It's more so like, damn, will this ever take me anywhere? But I mean, at the same time, even if it doesn't, at least the people it reaches, you know, may help them out. So be it.
Do you feel like everything in this world happens for a reason?
Damn, that's a tough one. I did used to say everything happens for a reason. I feel like yeah, but at the same time, like I had a friend like a year and a half ago, the nicest dude you would have ever met. I was cool with him. I met him in high school, and he had just got a motorcycle, and he died in a motorcycle crash once he got it. So I mean, like bad things happen to the wrong people and shit. So I don't know. That's a hard one, man.
Do you feel like there are some energies, there are some vibrations in this world that we just can't see?
Oh, definitely. Like that's some like fucking some
Spiritual stuff,
yeah,
kind
that's
of?
some spiritual stuff kind of. I got a friend that actually gets into shit like that. He does shrooms and he be talking about shit like that all the time, like different vibrations and energies. And I mean, for the most part, I get what he's saying. Like we are energy beings and shit like that. And certain things could throw your vibration off, like phone frequencies. You're not supposed to have your phone on you all the time. That shit throws your vibrations off. We're supposed to be in sync with the world, pretty much the world's vibration. Everything gives off a vibration.
Do you feel like there are a lot of people that are out of sync with the world?
Definitely, there's a lot of people that's not in touch with the world. They're just in their own little world, which is not really connected to this world. And in that world, they're the main character, and they're gonna do things how they want, and everything is their way and shit like that.
Do you think it's our job as young men to do what we can to make the world a better place for the future?
Hell yeah, we gotta be the next leaders, man. Stand up and inspire people, man. Stop sitting around and just letting things be how it is when you can, try to make an impact.
That ties into my next question. Do you think we need more positive role models and leaders? And
Definitely.
what happened to all the role models and leaders?
Usually they die off. I feel like that's partially because the government wants to keep their role and their power, so they don't want anyone else to influence the world more than they are. Take
Have,
that control from them.
have you ever considered doing a podcast or starting a mental health channel, inspiring and talking to young men who are in situations you used to be in?
Yeah, honestly, I have thought about it, bro. It's like, uh, how can I put this into words? Not really like therapy, but be there to kind of like break down people's mindsets. I'm good at reading people, so kind of figure out what's going on and what makes them the way they are, and just try to help them cope with that in the best way.
Do you feel like we are molded through our pain and through our struggle? We become molded into who we are now?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, if I didn't go through all the shit I went through, then I wouldn't even be the person I am. You know, not that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but shit. This kind of goes back to everything happens for a reason. So that's kind of why I believe that, because it makes you out to be who you are from your experiences, good or bad.
With that being said, if your pain makes you who you are, is it essential to use your pain as fuel on the fire to keep pushing you?
Fuck yeah, you use that shit as motivation and run with it. Instead, if you don't, it's just gonna drag you down. If you're just constant looking back on things, like I'll give a personal example. Like my sister, she's kind of like stuck in childhood trauma, so I try to help her like move past that, because if you're stuck, on something that happened in the past, you're never gonna move forward. So you kind of just gotta, take it as a lesson.
Would you say depression is becoming more common nowadays, and what would you say is one of the causes for it?
Hmm. Yeah, depression is definitely common, but it also goes overlooked by a lot of people, and people don't take it serious. Because mental health is a big problem, like nowadays, even if it's not like depression and stuff like that, just mental health in general. So, I mean, depression could be caused from mental health trauma, just certain things that happen in your life. Like maybe somebody goes through a breakup, that might just be their breaking point right there to give them depression. You know, some people are gonna laugh at it, like, oh, you're depressed over this girl, da da da. But I mean, you never know what he's been through. Maybe he didn't have that love growing up, so he takes that love more deeply.
Is there any solutions or any advice you would give people that are feeling down right now? Or maybe the first couple of stages of depression are becoming beginning to set in on them?
Any advice that I would give is just try to keep your head up and don't isolate yourself too much unless you really feel like you need to isolate yourself. If you're in an uncomfortable position with a bunch of people around you and you need to be alone for a minute, that's fine, but don't be alone too long. It's good to have someone to talk to and stuff instead of holding your feelings in and just making it worse.
Do you feel like at the end of the day, can someone else save you, or do you have to save yourself?
It could kind of go both ways. Like, mm, there's some times where, like, people that need therapists will rather just cope with it on their own and try to get by it on their own. But then that may not work. They think it's working, but it may not really be working. So then they actually need a therapist. Some things you can't get past on your own.
Do you feel like there are some people who don't want to get past these things, or they don't want to be saved at the end of the day?
Yeah, there's some people that, they're going to feed into the darkness and do negative things, evil things. That's all the devil's work right there. He's, you know, taking a hold of you. He got you in his hand, and you're just working for him at that point.
Why is it important to you to always become a better person and to strive to become better every day?
And being a better person is all it's about, pretty much. If you're just going through life a shitty person, miserable all the time, angry, taking it out on other people, and it's not gonna get you anywhere in life if you're not a good person. You could be the hardest worker, but if you're a shitty person, then it's not gonna get you nowhere.
Do you think that positivity can multiply exponentially? So in one example, if you help one person, that could help them want to go forward and help more people?
Yeah, for a lot of people, that's how it works. Some people are just gonna take that help with like a grain of salt, like so be it. Some other people are gonna take it as like, damn, I need to spread more positivity too and go help other people. Like when you were Dylan, you guys didn't even record. You giving out stuff to people, you know, out in public and help spreading positivity, giving people hugs, good messages. Like that's the positivity that needs to be spread because maybe they had a bad day and they needed that positivity. Just made the whole week better.
What would you say we need more of in our community?
Support, definitely. A lot of people around here are quick to put someone down instead of like trying to support. So uh, that's why a lot of people go out of state for like support and stuff. Like this is just an example. Like they signed with the fucking Atlanta and stuff. Like because he probably getting way more support out there. So it's understandable.
How about the ward? Is there anything you see missing with the ward, or that we could use more of?
Shit, there's a lot of things wrong with the world. Mm. There's still slavery in certain places. There's a lot of shit going on, and to be honest, it's never going to really get better unless everybody comes together, and that's everyone's problem. Nobody wants to come together. Everybody just wants to do their own thing and ignore all the real shit that's going on. So,
That leads into the next question. Do you think there will ever be a day where people join together and stand up for one another and help each other for the better of the future?
there could be somehow like we're trying to be an inspiration and help people and change the world and stuff. So I mean, if we were ever to come up as a big group and really, be out there, we could definitely impact a lot of people. But I mean, it's not gonna overthrow all the evil in the world and shit. But I mean, at least we'll make an impact on some people that need it. The little impact still helps change the world little by little.
Do you have any predictions for your future or anything that you want to manifest for your future, John?
Mm, There's a lot of things. I kind of went through life as a kid like whatever, man, fuck it. But now, like as a man with a child, it's like I gotta do things the right way. I gotta take things more seriously and manifest into a better life. So if even if I don't be completely where I want to be, at least my son will be stable and have a good setting ground to build off of, a good foundation to go off of, so he could be what he wants to be.
How important is legacy for you?
I used to believe in shit like that, like fate and destiny and shit like that. I don't know if that's cringy, but I mean, now it's like you never know what the outcome can be. You know, it's life. You know, it's not just set in stone. You know, shit could change in an instant. But I mean, like, it's good to think that way, so you can be like, oh, I'm destined to be the fucking president, and that's gonna inspire you more to want to be it. Either that, or some people would just be like, oh, I'm destined to be this, so I don't have to really work for it. That's not the right mindset.
I appreciate you coming on and doing this talk with me today. If is there any last message you would want to give viewers out there listening?
Man, just spread positivity, man. Just stay in touch with God, stay in touch with your loved ones. Don't spread negativity. Like I said, you don't got nothing nice to say. Just keep it to yourself. There ain't no point in spreading that shit. So at the end of the day, we're all on this planet stuck together. So we might as well make the best of it, make the best of life, and just enjoy life. Cause life is short. It could be snatched away at any moment. So live it up and live it happily.
Thank you, John. That was great.
Yes, sir. Nice having you, bro.
Nice having you.
Well,
Thank
nice
you.
having you.